I'm curious, what are your conversations or what were the conversations like, or some of the earliest conversations that you had with Sophia about, what to expect first if she were to go on the internet, if she were to rewatch some of the old episodes, if she was to look up her mom or to kind of understand her story and where she comes from, because the reality is that she has an unbelievable mother with a whole life. And you actually said a very interesting thing, I think, and I don't know if it was, I think it was on Impulsive. You said, "I don't have a jaded past, I have a lived past," which I really liked. But I guess trying to explain that to a kid, and just explain what you've been through is probably a lot. I don't know if you would agree with that, and I don't know how you went about that, and the kinds of conversations that and the kinds of questions that she had that you felt maybe stuck with you.
Yeah, so Sophia and I, maybe on like YouTube as well, we've shared some of that. Like we'll rewatch some of the episodes of Teen Mom. I'm sure Sophia shared like, she was bullied a lot um, online. So she's definitely talked about like what she sees and how it affects her. And like it's not okay because other kids are being affected by the internet. Um, my daughter, though, beyond like having a top Googled mom and having actually Sophia has like one of the top baby names. Like she was credited as having one of the top baby girl names.
Wow.
And I've saved all of those things. Sophia has like not even a baby book. She has like a baby vault. And she has so many successes and highs and searches and all that fun stuff. And I applaud Sophia because she is very talented and she is very smart and she's very in touch with herself. I raised her to be that way. And she was born that way. So I shouldn't take credit for it. Um, Sophia is not shocked by anything that she sees. It's more shocking and it's more hurtful to see really what we go through on a daily basis, that is traumatizing at times. Like we've gotten off of a plane and my daughter and I are in first class. I have some gate agent who claims that I am not her mom and starts yelling at me and saying I'm lying to my kid. And the whole plane has to sit there and vouch for me. And then cops are called. I got to call my parents. Like I have had some horrific things because of a show that has done exemplified. And that's the problem with television sometimes. And that's why I work so hard. Is you cannot exemplify bad behavior and doing bad to others on TV because then in real life, other people feel like they can go ahead and do that to that person, but even worse. And my daughter, God bless her, because she's going to be armed with everything and more. So I also feel like most people when they interview me, they're like, "Oh, Sophia's going to be 16 soon." It's like, yeah, are you like plotting to see something bad happen to my child? Like my daughter doesn't ever have to be me, who is uneducated in entertainment, who didn't know entertainment laws, who didn't understand how to protect herself, but then was like literally one of the most famous people overnight. And my daughter knows the laws. My daughter has a mom who is degreed now and everything and knows how to protect me, myself and my child and my family. I think that's why I kind of feel like sports teams, a lot of my friends who are on sports teams, even though they come from middle of nowhere and they put them on sports teams, they also invest heavily in educating them, group environments, and kind of guiding them a little bit. Even if I don't even need to talk about talent, like talent, sports, or entertainment people, right? I could talk about Applebee's. Applebee's, you can go and you can go get a job and you're going to be trained, educated in an environment of a group. They can offer you insurance, they can offer you this, they can offer you that, okay? All I'm saying is they're getting you acclimated to understand your surroundings and be successful. In reality television, or what they wish, where they want to hold reality television and the people and how they want to treat them, which is like trash, but I don't treat myself like trash. There is no guidance. They love to keep you ignorant, and the more harm, the better. So I refuse to do that. And that's why I guess I was the only one who stood up for themselves and actually succeeded in like rising above like poverty and getting pregnant again and making really bad choices. Um, I'm not going to be the first sex symbol or sensation person who doesn't have people prey upon them or do like weird things or try to steal from them or anything like that. That's been done. That'll continue to be done to people. And I really hope, the warning is out there for others who are in the public eye. I mean, gosh, now people aren't going to be born on MTV. They're going to be born on Netflix. And my daughter and I talk about that heavily because I brace my daughter for what, if she wants to go back to work, but she keeps saying she wants to. And she's ahead in school, so she must really want to get back to work. I educate her. I'm not ever putting my daughter in a bad situation to be hijacked by a production company, by an agent, by a manager, by anyone, or to be persuaded by a man or a woman off of any vulnerabilities.
Why do you think people love reality TV so much?
Okay, so I don't know why other people like reality TV, but I will say this. My first love of reality TV, I used to be like the Midwest girl who would come home from in Iowa, who would turn on I think it was TRL. I also used to watch like Boy Meets World, Degrassi. I don't know what else was out at that time. But I loved television, like TV. Like that's me. And I guess as entertainment industry changes and oh my God, weird, like now we're on TV, now we're on the covers of magazines, and now I have a child. I'm like, whoa, like, I don't know. I don't really like to watch TV much. I love to always support and watch TV every week with my fans because I felt compelled to do that. If they're going to watch, I'm going to watch. If they're going to see something, I'm going to see something. But I think that actually did something therapeutic for me because I got to watch myself. I got to watch. I mean, I actually became very, very smart from watching myself and also Cruz and other people. And that's helped me in my career. But I think moving on, TV has changed in a way of it's sad because my daughter who is like, oh my God, TikTok, right? So now I'm like a mom, which is weird. And I'm reverse. And Sophia's like, okay, well, I want to meet this person. I'm like, I want to go on this podcast. I want to do the show, like, right? Okay, well, I show up and like the entire narrative of this person's life and like their channel and everything is just like not even authentic. Like, at least I was giving people the real me, as real as it could get, other than being attacked and like fake scripted things by production, which they shouldn't even be allowed to do on documentary. But I was just like, whoa, like those people are like not even straight and they're not even talking. And like, whoa, like that's just like foolery. It would be one thing if it was just like scripted, right? Like I'm friends with so many scripted people just show up and like do the scripted show. And I love scripted. But yeah, I don't know. TV now, I have to be honest, unless it has like some cool design factor, like there's this one on Netflix called like Beast, like Sexy Beast,
Okay.
where they like do all these crazy designs and like that costume designer should win an award, like Academy Award for that. But if it's like, I don't know, I really just say, hey, so do you want to turn on basic TV? We just call reality TV basic people TV. And I know that sounds bad, but if you keep just regurgitating the same things and not doing like elevating anything, it kind of is just super like, I've already watched it and it's been the same. I do like how Netflix turned regular dating into like have self-control. Like if you guys touch each other, kiss each other, whatever, you lose money.
Yep.
So I think that was
I had Harry Jowsey on, and he was on Too Hot to Handle where they did that, and he lost first night.
Called Too Hot to
He
Handle?
He lost on the first night, by the way, all his money.
Yeah, well, he's stupid and he needs some self-control. Get the dick problem handled.
Exactly.
So anyways, I think things like that are good and forward thinking. I just think that we have way more ways to elevate story and create. And yeah, so half the time I was getting bored doing television, and that's why I don't come back to TV as much as I do anymore. And I'm just busy working on scripted stuff. So it takes a lot to screenwrite and it takes a lot to direct and have those things done. And yeah, and then once it's done and I'm ready to go. But it's easy for me to show up and just work and just do talent. Like real talent, I need no practice. I just show up and I can go. But for writing and like skill set and other things, that's something that challenges me. And how am I going to be like 17 again when I'm 30 and not evolve? So I think that's why I challenge myself.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at felix.levine. And if you have something to say, please leave a comment.